get both.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you make a very good point. We see that there's not a lot of diversity of thought in our institutions of higher education, and I think that would be a benefit for us. Also, I know in our area there's a need for welders and electricians. There's a need for folks who can work after a 2-year degree, and I think we have to talk to our high school students and say, listen, there's a great track to go to a 4-year college, but also there's a great track to go to a 4-year technical degree, because there's a lot of good jobs waiting for you. And if you look at the options of getting placed, whether it's 4-year or 2-year, I think right now, at least in our area, those 2-year skilled folks are looking at jobs a lot easier than 4-year graduates. So good point.
A lot of people, last question, are looking towards December as they're going to tax again. So many of these fiscal policies and programs come to an expiration. What do you see as that period being like with a lame duck Congress and all of these very important, some say really contributing to the future of the economy, all coming at once?
Yeah, so listen, as a president, I've never had to go into a lame duck session. And so I've been asking quite a bit about what is going to happen, because we have all of these big issues that have to be dealt with in such a short period of time. I told my wife I don't think I'm coming home for Christmas because it's going to be a crazy political time. I don't know, and we get one answer if the Republicans keep the House and pick up the Senate but not the White House. And what happens if they pick up all three? And there's different scenarios for what happens politically. And I think there's not a great plan forward, because we're not waiting to see what happens in November and how we move forward dealing with these issues. But no doubt it's creating uncertainty within the whole American political environment, or the business environment.
Last question for you: do you believe sequestration will happen?
Well, I think the cuts will happen. We will make sure that we have those cuts, but we're trying to make the cuts that we think might go a little bit to the bone of the military go somewhere else as well. And so we've dealt with that last week. We made a proposal to have those cuts go elsewhere. But we'll see. I think absolutely the cuts will go through. It's just how the cuts are implemented.
Well, thank you for making your first visit to the Washington Journal. You now join legions of other people who think, please come back.
Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it.
So we're going to take a break, and then in a few minutes,